In the vastness of the 19th century, weary explorers looked across the horizon, seeing things that should not exist in the middle of the lonely, open sea. The air was thick with salt and desperation as sailors searched for land. Their minds, exhausted by the endless blue, began to weave stories from the mist. In 1818, Captain John Ross believed he saw a massive mountain range blocking the Lancaster Sound. He called them the Croker Mountains, a solid barrier of stone. But the mountains were an illusion, a phantom created by the atmosphere. There was nothing there but cold air and the hollow promise of a solid path. This is the Fata Morgana, a complex mirage that turns simple horizons into grand cities and soaring towers. It is a trick of light and temperature. We call these the ghosts of the mind. But why does our brain choose to see a majestic city instead of simply accepting the terrifying, empty void? Look into the eyes of an explorer who has seen too much of nothingness. The hunger for meaning is more powerful than the evidence of his own senses. Above him, the stars offer no answers, only a cold, silent beauty. Yet he searches for a sign, a pattern, a reason to keep moving forward. The silence of the universe is loud when you are alone. It forces the human soul to fill the quiet with its own vivid and desperate imagination. We are architects of the invisible. We draw lines where there are none, creating maps of meaning to navigate the terrifying uncertainty of our very existence. Our journey begins here, at the edge of perception, where the ghost in the machine starts to dream of a world that makes sense to us. Welcome to the realm of Apophenia. It is the human tendency to perceive meaningful connections between unrelated things, a bridge between the random and the known. When you see a face in the moon or a monster in the shadows, your brain is performing pareidolia, a specific type of this mysterious cognitive phenomenon. This is not a bug in our biological software. It is a feature, a powerful tool that has kept our species alive for thousands of painful years. To our ancestors, a cloud was never just a cloud. It was a story, a warning, or a god watching over the plains of the ancient world. Imagine a primitive human standing in the tall grass. He hears a rustle. Is it just the wind, or is it a predator waiting to strike? The person who saw a tiger where there was only wind survived. The person who saw only wind where there was a tiger did not leave descendants. Evolution favored the paranoid. It rewarded those who found patterns, even false ones, because the cost of missing a real threat was simply too high to pay. We are pattern-seeking animals. We take the noise of the universe and filter it through our fears and desires until a clear signal finally begins to emerge. Faces are everywhere because they are the most important pattern we know. From birth, we are programmed to find the eyes that are looking back at us. But what happens when this mechanism goes too far? When we start seeing conspiracies in the stars and hidden messages in the static of the radio? Apophenia can lead us to the truth, or it can lead us into a labyrinth of our own making, where every coincidence feels like a divine revelation. The world is a storm of data. Without our ability to find patterns, we would be drowned in a sea of meaningless and overwhelming sensory input every day. We create order because we cannot survive the chaos. We are the ghost in the machine, trying to make the machine speak a language we understand. In the early 20th century, the psychologist Carl Jung began to look deeper into the nature of these strange coincidences that define our human lives. Jung observed that certain events seemed to align in ways that couldn't be explained by simple cause and effect. He called this phenomenon synchronicity. He told the story of a patient describing a dream of a golden scarab, just as a real beetle tapped against the window of his office. To Jung, this wasn't just a random occurrence. It was a moment where the internal world of the psyche and the external world of reality met. Synchronicity suggests an acausal connecting principle. It is as if the universe itself reflects the deep, hidden movements of our own subconscious minds. Jung believed we are all connected to a collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of symbols and experiences that transcend time and our individual identities. Are the coincidences in your life merely statistical anomalies? Or are they whispers from a reality that we are only just beginning to truly perceive? We often feel a shiver of recognition when the world seems to respond to our thoughts. It gives us a sense of being seen and heard. This hunger for meaning is deeply personal. It transforms a cold, mechanical universe into a place that feels alive, intentional, and intimately connected to us. Humans have always used these symbols to bridge the gap between the known and the unknown, seeking a higher order in the chaos of life. Is the universe playing a game with our ego? Or is it possible that our consciousness is an integral part of the cosmic fabric itself? Jung's work challenges us to find the meaning in the noise, to listen to the silent conversations between our souls and the world around us. Whether real or imagined, these moments of synchronicity are the anchors that hold us steady in the vast, drifting ocean of our human existence. But beyond our small human world lies the staggering silence of the cosmos, a vacuum that does not care about our stories or our needs. The universe is vast, cold, and ancient. It has witnessed the birth and death of countless worlds without uttering a single word of comfort to us. The hiss of static on a dead channel is the remnant of the Big Bang. It is the sound of the universe's original and indifferent beginning. We stand on this tiny rock, shouting into the dark, hoping for an echo. But often, the only thing that comes back is our own voice. Vastness can be terrifying. It reminds us that in the grand timeline of the stars, our entire history is less than a single, fleeting heartbeat. History is a storm of accidents and choices. We look back and try to find a narrative, a reason for the pain and the progress we see. Nature does not follow a script written for humans. It operates on laws of physics and chemistry that have no regard for our morality or dreams. We fill the silence with noise, with data, with endless scrolling, desperate to avoid the realization that the universe might actually be completely and utterly empty. Even the most violent cosmic events are silent to our ears, destructive and beautiful. They happen according to a logic that is entirely alien to us. In this crushing silence, we are the only ones who can give a name to the stars. We are the only ones who can care. The universe has no obligation to make sense to you. It simply exists. It is a canvas of chaos waiting for a human hand. We pick out the pieces of reality that fit our story. We ignore the millions of random events that don't serve the meaning we crave. Even if our stories are fragile, they are all we have. They are the only light we can carry into the vast and silent cosmic night. We are a lonely species, built to find connection in a place that offers none. It is our greatest strength and our most tragic burden. If the universe is silent, then the meaning we find is entirely our own. It is a flame we keep alive against the infinite, cold wind. Are we just biological machines, programmed to see ghosts in the gears? Or is there a deeper order hidden within the very code of life? Beneath the apparent randomness, there are patterns of incredible complexity. Mathematics seems to be the language that the universe uses to write its own story. We are the ghost in the machine, the consciousness that arises from cold matter and starts asking, why, amidst a world of how. We search for a grand design, a master key that will unlock the secrets of existence. But the maze is vast, and the walls are always moving. Maybe the order we find isn't something we discover, but something we create through the very act of looking and trying to understand the world. We are the universe becoming aware of itself. Through our eyes, the cosmos finally has a chance to see its own beauty and wonder. Science seeks the rules, but philosophy seeks the purpose. We live in the tension between the two, trying to find a home in the equations. What if meaning is not a destination, but a process? What if the search itself is the most important part of being a conscious human being? We are temporary patterns in an eternal flow. We are the moments of order that arise from the chaos, then fade back into the silent dark. Whether there is a hidden order or just our own desire for one, the result is the same. we find a way to live with purpose. The ghost in the machine is not a mistake. It is the life that refuses to be just a series of cold, mechanical, and meaningless events. In the end, perhaps the meaning we seek is found in the smallest things: a falling leaf, a shared smile, or a moment of quiet peace. We don't need the stars to speak to us to know that our lives have value. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Each of us is a storyteller. We take the raw material of our days and weave them into a narrative that gives us the strength to continue. The universe might be silent, but we are not. We have music, we have art, and we have the incredible capacity to love one another. Don't fear the ghosts in the machine. They are the evidence that you are truly alive, reaching out for connection in a vast and quiet world. We are the meaning makers. We are the ones who decide that a sunset is beautiful and that a life lived with kindness is a success. The silence of the cosmos is not a threat, but a freedom. It is a blank page where we can write our own unique and beautiful songs. We find the sacred in the ordinary. We find the eternal in the fleeting. This is the true magic of the human spirit in action. So let the universe be silent. We will keep talking, keep dreaming, and keep finding the patterns that make our journey worth the long walk. The meaning is not in the stars, but in the eyes that look at them. You are the source of the light you seek in the dark. Embrace the mystery, celebrate the ghosts, because in this vast, silent machine of a universe, you are the one who makes it all truly real. The silence is your canvas, the patterns are your path. Live deeply, for you are the heartbeat in the silence of the infinite, ancient cosmos.